OMD, nigga. Yo, what it do, what it do? This your boy OMD-300, Dex 300, and this is episode 64 of the Corner Store Podcast. Coming around to holler at y'all. Here I come. Let's get it. Every day all dying. Walking these Cali streets, I'm on the grind. What's good with it, everybody? It's your boy OMD Dex 300, and welcome to another edition of the Corner Store Podcast. It's good to be with you, man. It is August 16th, Wednesday night. As I said before, Corner Store Podcast is now 5 days a week. I'm trying this to see if it's viable, if it can work. The weather in California has been hideous lately. It's been super, super hot, and my studio is not air conditioned. So I'm doing some of these shows at night or in the morning, usually between 8 and noon, and in the evening between 8 and 11. So, just to beat the heat, because the heat has been extraordinarily ridiculous. And thank you for coming to the Corner Store Podcast. I'm glad you are here. I appreciate it. And it's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. So much so that we only have so much time to talk about whatever subject we're going to get on. But just to say that, we're going to start. We're going to start with the Maui fires. Just recently as today, there was an interview, or not really an interview, but a lady, I don't know if she was on Instagram. I saw this on Instagram, on DL Hughley's Instagram feed, where there was a woman in Hawaii making a plea to all the people who may have been, who were burned out by the Maui's fires, that are trying to maybe leave and go to the mainland or to another part of the island chain, if they can afford it. And already, just like I said on the last episode, there are companies trying to buy the burned out properties where all this took place. Already. They're vultures. And I'm telling you, even though these is wild conspiracy theories and accusations that get thrown around, there's several get thrown around all over the place, I sincerely believe that fire, this is unprecedented for Hawaii to have a fire burn up damn near all the island, basically. Residents, whole neighborhoods just went up in flames. People hiding in the ocean to get away from the flames. People being swept away in the ocean and drowning because they were trying to stay in the water to keep away from all the heat. It's I ain't never heard of that. It sounds like some hell on earth type shit. And for that to happen, it must have been a middle class or low middle class neighborhood. I'm telling you, it wasn't upper middle class, because they burn those people out some type of way, and they trying to buy that shit up to make beachfront condos or hotels. I'm telling you, it's $1 billion right there in that island. And instead of having some neighborhoods where people could live and had a beachfront property, they burned them out. I believe that. That's my opinion. I know people are probably going to be saying I'm nuts. I want to knock my mic off, and I'm going to make sure it's on. I don't want people to think I'm nuts by saying this, but that is just my opinion, because I said that the other day. It just seemed too ironic to have something of such biblical proportions. Let's keep it for real. Let's get it the way it should be. The Maui fires was biblical. It was almost like God set that whole place on fire. That's when it's called, we're kindred to. We know that's not what happened, but it was biblical in how the effect and all the people that are missing and dead. And, there's going to be those children that might even been involved. They're shocked for the rest of their lives. So it's a biblical event. It's not biblical in the sense of it's actually being God's will or some crazy stuff like that. But it's so big in its effect, it seems like, dang, it's like almost one of the things that God had done in the past in the Old Testament. That's why it's so strange how that happened, and how those people don't have no home now, and they're going to rely on these insurance companies who ain't going to want to pay them the money. They'll get some settlement money. They'll get money to move and maybe start over somewhere, but it ain't gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough. It's the saddest thing in the world, man. It broke my heart to see that happen to such an incredible place. Hawaii has to be like an incredible place to live, an incredible place to raise your kid. You know what I'm saying? It has to be, but then, what's up, Slim? How you doing, Light Slim? Welcome to the pod. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. You always here. New York in the building. Shout out to Light Slim. It just saddens me that such a devastating thing would happen and leave people basically homeless now, waiting on insurance companies to give them a little check so they can go some. A lot of those people are going to be staying in motels, probably ain't got no family. You never know, man. It's a tragic, tragic thing. And let's hope that those people weren't burned out on purpose. Let's hope that that wasn't the case, because that would be too sad if that was the case. That would just make me, I don't know. I wouldn't really know how to act if I found that to be the case. But I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure that I'm spinning my wheels on that. I'm trying to find a report that I heard the other day on the Maui fires. And here it is right now, I think. This is reported by CBS News New York. Hold on, it's not playing. I don't know why it's not playing.
Lahaina is being reopened for survivors to return to see the devastation with their own eyes. CBS News' Jessica Cartella is on Maui with more on harrowing stories of survival.
With flames engulfing houses all around him, Scott Spelnick jumped into the water to escape.
Swimming past Lahaina Yacht Club and swimming past Cheeseburger in Paradise, and it's just a towering inferno.
As the fire swept through Lahaina, he said there was no place safe to come ashore to, so he and others spent hours in the water before eventually being rescued.
Hours in the water.
This is a community, the city in the water. There's like 75 of us.
Officials have reopened the main access road to Lahaina to allow residents to return, at least temporarily, to survey the devastation firsthand.
The vastness of this is incredible, and this is what you're going to see everywhere.
News cameras followed FEMA teams on their search and recovery mission. Crews have covered only about a third of the disaster area so far.
Wow.
Many residents whose homes have been destroyed are unsure as to whether they will be able to rebuild. The governor is promising that he will stop anyone from coming from the outside and taking advantage of this situation.
I will stop predatory purchasing best I can. Legally, it's very difficult to stop outside buyers from buying anything, but I can make it very difficult for any transactions to occur.
He says he wants to ensure that the locals who have already lost so much aren't victimized again. Jessica Cartalia, CBS News, Maui.
Well, the White House announced.
Now, see, that's a report from CBS News, New York, on not only the devastation of what happened with the fires, but the predatory people coming around trying to lowball these people and offer them chicken feed for their properties to build like maybe luxury homes, something to make money. This country, it saddens me that when something happens, devastation happens, how people, try to figure out how to make a buck off of death, man. It's just sad. It really saddens me. And, I'm a man for sure. I've been through a lot growing up in LA and, different places. I got a chance to be in the military, be across seas to see them, how those people live, whatnot. But the days and times we live in right now, it trips me out. You know what I'm saying? It actually, I don't know. It makes me worried about my children's future because this place is really starting to be more about give and take. You know what I'm saying? More take than give. You know what I'm saying? People will sell their souls and bodies and everything for $1 because things are so outrageously high. And that's sad to me. Yeah, I got the new specs on. These is fresh right here. I'm telling you. I had to rock these because I'm starting to get to a point where I got to get used to wearing glasses. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of thing that starts happening when you start getting up there in age. I'm not super old enough, but the sight is going. But I like my new joints anyway. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the fact that something like this could happen in America and the U.S. not rallying troops with aid, just flying just helicopters in, just come on, we're gonna hook y'all up. We got y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just it's not even humanitarian aid when it's a U.S. citizen. That's like if something happened in another country, a third world country, it's humanitarian. Fuck that. These are American citizens. But instead, these people are, greeted with some toilet paper and some water and a bunch of people trying to buy their homes from under them after they've gone through a devastation. That's just wild to me. I don't really know what else to say on that. This is the thing that is really, really tripping me out right here. Now we're going to sports, and the NBA season starts in November, and they got a new thing. They have a tournament, an in-season tournament, which is just strange to me. It's like you're gonna be playing the tournament, regular season, and then the NBA playoffs. So it's just really weird. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna be the winner of what? You know what I'm saying? I guess the ultimate goal is to win the NBA championship, but it's just they're trying all these new things, and I think it's gonna fuck around and turn people off. I don't know. It's just maybe I'm an old head. The 82 games, cats ain't even playing whole seasons. They making 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times more than cats back in the day who would play the whole season in some fucked up ass tennis shoes and all that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand these guys today. But anyway, this cat James Harden is really going through some wild shit. He's trying to get out of Philly and come to the team I happen to fuck with, the Clippers. And the Clippers ain't gonna never do nothing. I just want to be pridefully at that parade when them niggas finally do not stub their toe and go their ass on and win one. I don't know when that is. Maybe I might not even be here when they do it, but I'm gonna hang on in there. But this is a video. I think this is talking about him. I'm gonna give you a little bit of what Kevin McHale said about him.
James Harden's former coach, Kevin McHale, was just asked about Harden's trade request from the 76ers. Listen to what he had to say here.
What was the stuff you saw that allowed you to see that a mile away? Go into that a little bit, Matt.
When you're playing and you want to win, it is a big difference between winning and putting up numbers. And I've argued putting up numbers with guys who couldn't put up numbers. Guys averaging 20 games. Averaging 20 is not hard. We go, oh my God, it's not hard. You shoot enough, and have the ball in your hands enough. What's hard is getting a lot of James never did well, but he did when he first came from. We got him in OKC. That was coaching when James was first came to OKC. He came up down screens. He came up. He did a lot. He ran the wing. When I'm running the left wing, and you've got the ball in the middle camp, it's going to be a break, and James just quits running, and all of a sudden a 3-on-2 turns into a 2-on-2. And I don't get a shot. No one gets a shot. And just because the guy's not running out ahead of the ball or throwing the ball ahead, or a lot of those little things that was not demanded that James do after.
You hear that? That's coming from a Hall of Famer who's won several championships on the Larry Bird and Robert Parrish and Dennis Johnson championship teams. And he's also, he's never won a championship as a coach, but he's coached playoff teams. Minnesota, he coached Houston. So Kevin McHale know what he's talking about. James Harden, when he first got into this league, he was hungry, just like most young players. I don't know if he started to trip because of his ability started to diminish, so he just started doing that little dribbling shit at the top of the key or whatever, try to fake you and do that step back, because that's the only move he has. That's the only move he has. And these guys be wanting supermax deals, and they're not really working on their game. Dude is good, can ball, but he's diminished on his jumping ability and all that, and to a point where, James Harden, if he started, that's all he would be doing is passing the ball and maybe spot up shooting. Hopefully he'll attack, but he can't attack the basket like he used to. It's crazy how he all of a sudden want to come to the Clippers. I believe they still got Westbrook there. So it'll be a super, super team. It'll be him, Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George. And we got a pretty good host of characters around them. But I don't know if that'll be a good deal for the Clippers, to be honest with you, because James Harden is a prima donna to me. He's one of them guys. You know what I'm saying? So I X that. I say no on that. Get that nigga out of here. The NFL season is about to start. And I am a Dallas Cowboy fan. I know it's a lot of booing going on right now, but I don't give a fuck. Them niggas be tripping, though. The Cowboys are owned by a man who will not relinquish the general manager duties and just be the owner of the team and sit his ass in a leather chair somewhere until they win the ring and go down there and smile and get a fat, juicy diamond ring. But instead, he want to nitpick and be the guy to pick every player and pick all those guys. Now, do Jerry do something? Well, a few years back in the day when they used to be in the draft, they was picking some hogwash. It was. They weren't picking nobody to help that team, especially wideouts for whatever reason. We would always get free agents and retreads. You know what I'm saying? Now we're starting to try to get some youth on the team. We got a few guys that are young. The linebacker, I can't think of his kid's name, but out of Ohio State, if I'm not mistaken. I'm drawing a blank on my own goddamn team right now. But I know we got Diggs. We got this kid, Diggs, that plays cornerback. And we also just got this running back. I think he came out of Kansas State, Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn looking amazing, number 42. Watch out for Deuce Vaughn. He's a rookie. He's going to be backing up our main running back who's just coming off injury. And, sometimes when you come off injury, you can get a flat tire. Next thing you know, you got a rookie starting running back. The key to the Dallas Cowboys doing anything this year is Dak Prescott. If we get some good quarterback play out of him, we obviously got the blocking. We just re-signed one of our blockers, Zach Martin. He took a pay cut, but I like what he did. He's a real good guy to do what he did. So shout out to him. But Dak Prescott, it's all set up, man, for you to make a real nice run, at least to the playoffs. Hopefully you motherfuckers at least can get to the NFC Championship game. Then it's a toss-up to go to the thing, but at least make it to the NFC Championship game. As for the rest of the league, Aaron Rodgers is now in New York. He's a New York Jet. That is crazy. This year, there's been a de-renaissance, I should say, of the running back position. Ezekiel Elliott, who was summarily released by my Dallas Cowboys, just got picked up by the New England Patriots. That is a really interesting ass free agent pickup. Bill Belichick got something up his sleeve for Zeke. I'm sure he went there and he did a workout for them, and they're like, yeah, he's looking good. So Bill wouldn't sign you if you don't think you're going, looking any good. So watch out for that. That might be something sneaky. Zeke might have a chip on his shoulder and want to prove that the Dallas Cowboys tripping. And plus, he in the AFC, so we ain't got to worry about it. I don't know if we play them this year, to be honest with you. I haven't seen the schedule. But shout out to Zeke Elliott, man. More power to you. You did your thing for a minute at the Dallas. If you get 1,000 yards and over at least 6 touchdowns this year, that will be a motherfucking miracle. So do your thing, bro. I see you out there. And as far as the rest of the league, it's a lot of changes, a lot of young quarterbacks from Bryce Young in Carolina to C.J. Stroud in Houston to what's the kid in Indianapolis, Richardson from Florida, who's only played really 13 games in college. A lot of question marks out there about what these guys are going to do. It's going to be a very interesting season in the NFL this year. Now, to put that all in perspective, and I've talked shit about all of these leagues because I believe it ain't nothing but futuristic gladiator wars. The only difference is ain't no lions out there and nobody ain't actually getting killed. DeMar, whatever that kid's name from Buffalo, who almost died the other year, he probably would beg to differ. See, that's regardless of whatever we might think or whatever y'all might think about me saying, these Colosseums ain't nothing but just like the Colosseums in the old Roman days, watching a bunch of men run around and damn near kill each other for the amusement of others. And they call it skill when you can catch a ball and not get hit by a guy running, and the impact is almost like a fucking Volkswagen hit your ass. So this is what we're entertained by. And this is also stuff, I watch it. I ain't gonna even front. What else is there to really watch other than maybe go read a book, which is probably something I should be doing other than watching this violent game that I seem to protest to think is not actually a regular game. It's almost like wrestling. I've said that. I think it's fixed. That's just my opinion. But I still watch it. So maybe I'm the crazy one. We're so starved for any type of entertainment, or should I say mental break, and like baseball. That one time, it's America's pastime still, so to speak. But at one time, baseball was it. People was on that every day, listening to radios with their ear next to radios. So I think somebody knows psychologically, the powers that be know psychologically that we're starved for entertainment all the time, and that's the way they can get us to keep our attention on certain things while other shit is going on around us that we don't know about. Economically and climate-wise, before you know it, you're sitting at home watching a football game and you live on the coast somewhere and a big-ass 10,000-foot tidal wave just soak your ass away. The game won't mean too much then. Climate change. You did? That's the way I think. It ain't really nothing else to say, and plus one man can't change this. And even if we group up into 100,000, there's going to be somebody that's going to try to stop all your efforts, i.e. those people that used to go out and try to stop those whale ships from killing those whales, those Japanese whale ships. Those guys, those Japanese whalers are willing to actually ram these ships, ram them and sink them. We're talking in the middle of the ocean. I wouldn't be out there doing that shit. I know y'all trying to save these whales. The only way you really truly gonna save them is sink those fucking Japanese ships because they're crazy. They finna get their money. Even if it means killing all the whales in the fucking ocean, they gonna get that bread. And if you've ever watched that show, it's truly fucking crazy. I forget what they call it, some kind of wars. And they have, it's a big ass water bug in here, y'all. Hold on a second. This is live right now. I got to get this thing. I hate the motherfuckers. Big motherfucker, you. God, yeah, get your ass out. He breaking too. Boy, he out of here. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Yeah. Big ass water bug. Sorry about that. Damn. Corner Store Podcast, man. We got wildlife around this motherfucker. That's it. I see that motherfucker walking from over here. I'm like, damn, did he come out of my bag? Like, I don't know where that nigga came from, but he came out and got the fuck on too. But yeah, see, that broke my train of thought. But anyway, because that's really what's up. Talk about this guy. And see, this is the that's going that I knew that was coming that was going to change the game. Letitia, the lady on Puerto Rico, was YSL case. Got them niggas on that squid on each other. She came from Trick Woman is Trump is in. This is a state case. It's totally different. And the governor of Georgia can't save him or pardon him. There's a ridiculous process to do that. So he's got a good chance of getting his ass behind bars. So here's a little bit about what's going on with him, as reported by TYT.
We just got word that there are Trump supporters posting the great, so worried about security.
Wow.
It's true. Turns out that Trump supporters are basically doxing members of the grand jury that decided to indict Donald Trump for now the fourth time. This indictment from Fulton County mostly focuses on using RICO statutes in order to go after Donald Trump and 18 of his allies in their attempts to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election. Now, on Truth Social, many of the users launched direct attacks on the grand jurors, going so far as to share their names and details about their purported social media profiles. Many of these posts have since been deleted, but we do have some examples to share with you. So, for instance, one person wrote, "Someone needs to look into all these grand jurors. I can guarantee that every one of them has a big fat D by their name." So that was written by Levi Snodgrass 88 with a photo of the jurors' names. You have another person on Truth Social saying, "I'm looking forward to the fun some will have with a list of leaked grand jurors," with a devilish laugh included. By the way, I mean, Georgia apparently.
Well, that was a little bit about what this guy is doing. He really think he's some kind of a crime boss. Now he's having the whole country, the people that supposedly support him, intimidate the jurors that have been selected in the case. So they're trying to scare ordinary people into not doing the right thing by coming to do the jury for his trial, because he know his ass is in trouble. When people do things like that, they desperate. I can guarantee you that's what he is. He's desperate because bro looking at some real jail time in Georgia. And no, they not finna, you're not going to general pop. To protective custody. You're not going to PC, bro. You going to general pop. I'll make sure you be right in there with all the people. I'm telling you. Fuck around, that'd be so crazy that they convict him and send Trump to jail and his ass go in there and thrive, become like a boss in there. That'd be crazy. This is a crazy world. We got a guy that's got 4 or 5 indictments. The indictments have several crimes involved in each indictment, all kind of different counts. And he's still on the ballot for the U.S. presidency. If that was a brother, they would have told him to bow out so damn quick and never ever return to try to be, president so fast. That's what you got to realize, man. You got to realize this country is never going to respect us or love us like, we've given it our blood, sweat, and tears and emotions. And if you just really go ahead and lock on in with that and understand that and not trip off that and do what you need to do for you, all of this stuff that I'll be talking about, the news, you got to tell people what's going on, because some people might not even really know what's happening. Some people probably in the know and they're looking at this like, man, you ain't talking about nothing. I already heard that. That's cool. This ain't for you. This for the people to understand that this guy is a true crook. He ain't nobody's friend. All these brothers, there's a lot of blacks out there saying, oh, Trump is this, that, he was going to do this for us. And he's really this. And even Judge Joe Brown had said how much Trump had given loans to these people and did that. Well, this man speaks with a forked tongue. He may do a lot of cool shit, for black people, and that's why these blacks have these stories to tell. But what is his ultimate end game? You know what I'm saying? You see how easily manipulated he is to get what he wants? He joined them and started talking about us and what we were and all this other shit. You know what it is, man. There ain't nothing confusing about it. Dude is one of them people that he gonna do whatever he need to do and thrive in whatever environment he gonna be in. And he gonna thrive. He gonna, adapt to whatever that environment is. He got into the political environment, wasn't winning, so he switched to some racist ass rhetoric, and then people start feeling that shit. And that's why he got half the country, because he understood there's half of the people out there that just don't like blacks. It's Hispanics that don't like us. It's a lot of people don't like us for whatever fucking reason. That they got it in their head that we the fucked up race for whatever reason. But we the most our race is the one that created all the pop everything. If you take away the black people in America, they'll be doing the polka at discos. You know what I'm saying? We move pop culture here. Hip hop's turning 50. You know what I'm saying? They never said it. Rock and roll, which was created by us as well. Every rock and roller who worked their salt admits that wholeheartedly. And you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of the dances. The white people see us do TikToks. They steal our dances and claim it for their own and all that. When I say that, people think I'm being mean to whites or saying I don't like whites, I'm a racist or something. No, that's some crazy shit. I got plenty of white friends. It ain't never like that. What I'm saying is the acknowledgement need to be there about who we are and what we've brought to the table here. So much so, I mean, really, for the 17, 18% of the population we make up, we kick ass and make money for motherfuckers, man. We do. The people that's supposed to be so dumb and so this and so that, but we be out there kicking ass and taking names, and people be mad seeing Lil Wayne, little ugly ass out there rich as fuck. You gotta admit, Lil Wayne is not handsome. That nigga is ghoulish. He's one of the. I'm sorry, Lil Wayne. I don't mean to judge dudes or nothing like that on me. I swear, but dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you be cracking them too. You know what I'm saying? And I think you used to date Lauren London before Nip married her. And I think you also was with Christina Milian, and she's supposedly still love you to this day. So it ain't, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know what else to say about that. But I'm just saying, we some amazing people. We always will be. Oh yeah. As you can see, we got another bottle sitting up here. I know you've probably already seen this before. I'm going to say it again. This is Spirit of the Month. This is the Spirit of the Month. This is 1867 extra fine Canadian apple whiskey. This is the apple one right here on me. And it's a little bit, the price point on this one is a little bit cheaper than the thick brown whiskey. But from what I understand from the people I've given this to, it's been amazing. Check this out. 1867, wherever you buy your alcohol, it should be there. Ask for it by name. If not, you can catch it at Ralph's stores in the liquor section. It is the bomb. I don't even drink, but I had a shot real quick of some of the stuff that I'll be showing. Just a little shot real fast. And it should be smooth and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give it to them. Most of the liquors and spirits that I'll be bringing in here be really top notch for the price. It kind of surprises me. You know what I'm saying? And I thank y'all for coming to the Corner Store Podcast. We got a lot of movies coming out from the Insidious, or the people who produce Insidious and all this. They got The Nun, that nun that they've been battling for the longest time, from the people from the Annabelle, or the couple that comes and exorcises people from the house. They're based on a real couple. I forget the name of them people, but yeah. So it's The Nun's coming out. That's gonna be really scary. I'm not. Everybody that I know don't like horror pictures. I don't know what that's all about. I'm a big horror buff. I like that kind of shit. I'm big on sci-fi shit too and all that. On Disney Channel, we got if you into the Star Wars shit, they got a Jedi series coming called Ahsoka, and played by Rosario Dawson, which is going to be awesome. She was very good in The Mandalorian, a couple of episodes in season one or the two of those. And she's got her own show now, and that's going to be amazing. I can't wait to watch that. And I really got to say this, man. I noticed that when you post stuff and try to promote like your podcast, or even I did an album, or not really an album, I did a 4-song EP recently, just got released last week, and got some pretty cool feedback. But I noticed some people don't really even be reacting, and I love that. All that does is tell me that I kind of keep doing what I'm doing, not for those who I may know and want them to support and they don't. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about that. These podcasts are informative. I didn't write down any of the stuff that I wanted to talk about today because I wanted to kind of just be on my head and talk about it freely and just give my thoughts versus. And that's where I kind of went to some of these news reports so you could hear, some of the real specifics of some of the stuff I was talking about and just give you my opinion. This podcast means a lot to me. This is episode 64. This is my 64th episode. We're on our way to 100. And my watch time is going up. You will be an honor for any one of y'all to please like, subscribe, and also make comments. As many comments on the live chat, as many comments after the episode has gone up, and it'll be up right after, I get out of here. And just check out all my content. There's been some really cool guests on here. We got one coming in this Thursday, tomorrow. Very interesting person. Look for the Corner Store Podcast Instagram page. Look for the promo for who that is. And man, it's been a real blessing. And I thank you guys for coming and kicking it with me every time I do my thing, because that means a lot. And I'm about to go and get up out of here, man. It's time to chill a little bit. Think about what I'm going to talk to the brother tomorrow night when y'all come check me out. It's going to be probably around 9 or 10 just to come in here when it's cool. This week coming up, we got rain coming up, man. It's going to help out. I think it's going to start Sunday and all the way into Monday. So check your local weather for that. It's going to cool down a whole lot. But I appreciate you coming with your boy. 1867 Canadian whiskey. If you're looking for something to try with a good price point, it's real good. And that's the Apple brand. They got that on sale. It's your boy OMD-300. This is the Corner Store Podcast. I'm going to holler at y'all. Hey, give a prayer to the people out in Maui, and also give a prayer to the people out here in LA. Anybody in your family doing bad, anything going on, I'm going to send the Lord out to them, and you know what I'm saying? Hopefully they can lift them up. It's your boy OMD-300. Also, go check out my new music. It's on every platform. Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, Apple Music. It's on sale on Apple Music. That's OMD. And the album is called OG Vibes. This is the Corner Store Podcast. I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow night.